Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Raging Ricky here. You know, I've been giving a lot of thought to the debate that's been going on in Washington over the last couple months with the Congress and the White House discussing whether or not they were going to allow us to continue keeping the $20 a week in our paycheck. I want to give you a few facts and figures that when you compare it to $20 per week, if you're like me, you're going to get sick to your stomach. Nancy Pelosi just went on vacation, Christmas vacation. One night stay in Hawaii, $10,000. The Obama vacation, $4 million to the taxpayers. At $4 million, it's going to take, at $20 a week, 200,000 weeks, or 3,800 years to pay for that vacation. Our national debt is $15.6 trillion. This equates to $48,000 plus per citizen in this country. $48,000, another way of putting that, is going to take you 2,400 weeks at $20 a week to pay your share of the national debt off. That's 48 years. When did we ever allow ourselves to let Washington tell us how much of our money that we could keep? More importantly, when did we ever allow ourselves to allow this bunch of elitists to sit at the head table gorging on the main course known as your tax dollars, and then sitting there and debating how much of the crumbs we were going to get to eat that fell to the floor? Because that's what's happening in this country. This country was founded on completely different principles, and I'm not going to get into all that tonight. But I'm going to say to you right now, you got a choice in 2012. You can continue voting in the same political class, the same elitists, the same people who go in there and manipulate the words in our Constitution in order for them to live the lifestyle that they live while they sit there and debate whether we little peons can keep $20 a week, or you can do something about it. I strongly suggest, and you've heard me say it before and you're going to hear me say it many more times in the future, get on your computer, type in GOOH.com. That's GOOH.com. Stands for GetOutOfOurHouse.com. The man who came up with this idea is a genius. And it's very, very simple on how we can bring real people from within our constituency into Washington so that we can stop this maddening rush for power and control that's coming out of Washington now. And I want to close with a note to my friends in Iowa. You got an election coming up on Tuesday. Let me suggest to you that you look deep and hard at the candidates and ask yourself a question. Is there a candidate in that group who's all about the Constitution, who's all about financial stability in this country, who's all about liberties and freedoms, who's all about personal responsibility, who's all about what our founding fathers built this country on? And if you can find a candidate in that list of candidates out there, I would strongly suggest that you vote for them. Don't listen to the talking heads on the radio. Don't listen to the mainstream media. Search your heart deep and understand that if we don't make the changes to get back to politicians who understand what made this country great, we're just going to continue down the path of destruction, and you're going to turn around one day and you're going to realize that there's no country left for your children and your grandchildren. And if you can live with that, shame on you. This is Raging Ricky giving you your fair share of exactly what you're entitled to.